Guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about healthy kids snacks. If you guys are new around here, welcome. My name is Becca. I'm a registered dietitian. I'm also a mom of 3, 4 and under, and I definitely know the struggle when it comes to feeding kids in general, which I have done a video all about my philosophy on how I feed kids to be intuitive eaters. But kid snacks can be tough because one, they ask for snacks constantly, it feels like, and there's a lot of options to choose from when it comes to buying snacks for your kids. And let's face it, a lot of them out there on the market really are not healthy options, nor are they options that are really going to fill them up and fuel them. So I went and did a lot of the hard work for you, and I found 10 snacks that I totally recommend, that I really stand behind, and that I think your kids will actually really want to eat. So I actually placed a big order on Thrive Market. I love Thrive. I've had a membership for years. They have so many healthy food options and it's slightly discounted, which is great. And also another reason I wanted to just place an order online for snacks is because I wanted to really be able to take the time and look at the nutrition facts and the ingredients for you guys to really select great options, which is like next to impossible to do while you're in store with 3 small children. So that is another reason I wanted to just find them online. So if you don't have a Thrive membership, I'll leave a link for you guys down below. I love it. Again, and we buy a lot of stuff through them. So I have 10 snacks to share with you guys. I'm very excited. And while I was really searching to pick out the best ones I could find for you, I was using 3 principles. So first, I wanted them to be healthy. I wanted the ingredients to be quality, to be wholesome. I wanted them to actually be well-made, healthy snacks. 2, I wanted them to be filling. So by that, I mean I wanted them to have a decent amount of either protein, fat, or fiber, or a blend or a mix of 2 or 3 of those, because that is what's going to actually be satiating for kids, and it's actually going to fill them up and give some staying power to that food. And then third, I wanted to make sure that they were packaged easy peasy, like literally as you're running out the door trying to get everybody in the car, you can just grab these. There's no prep, there's no washing, there's no cutting, there's no nothing. They're packaged. You can grab them, give them to the child, that easy. And not to mention, these are all like good snacks for adults as well. This doesn't necessarily have to be for kids, but they're all definitely kid friendly. And I think your kids would probably really like all of these snacks. Okay, so let's start with the good old fashioned pouch. So this is a box of applesauce pouches. I didn't open it, but everyone knows what a pouch looks like. Those are hands down one of the easiest things. You literally just pull off the lid, you hand it to a kid, and they are happy as a clam. So applesauce is definitely a favorite in our house. And what I love specifically about this Thrive one is the ingredients are just organic apples. There is no, there's nothing else, literally nothing else. It's just organic apples blended up in a super easy to hand off pouch. So I'm a big fan of applesauce, and obviously it's just apples, so that is a very wholesome option. As far as snacks goes, it's literally the same as handing your kid an apple essentially. And also, since it's made of apples, it's obviously going to have fiber, which is just going to give it a little bit more oomph to it. It's going to help kids be a little bit more full off of this versus eating like some kind of sugary high carb bar with not much to it. That's just, they're just going to be hungry like 30 minutes later. Okay, next I got this box of, these are the organic Mama Chia squeeze. So they are the same idea. They're a pouch again, so super easy to hand off. But what I love about these is they had all different fruit flavors, but again, the ingredients are good. So we've got a lot of different like fruit purees in here, but then there's also chia seeds. So it's kind of the same idea as the applesauce, but it has chia seeds added. Now chia seeds are going to add protein, they're going to add fat. It's a great source of omega-3s. So again, this is like a real food option that actually is packed with nutrition, but kids are going to enjoy it. It's going to taste good. And again, super easy, pop off the cap, hand it off, takes no time at all. Okay, this next one is a really great snack, but it's probably the only one that's a little iffy on whether or not your kids will actually want to eat it. And it is these kids beef sticks. So these are basically like little kind of like beef jerky, but they are individually packaged. They're made with 100% grass-fed beef, which is great, and they have no nitrates, no nitrates added. It's just grass-fed beef, water, sea salt, celery powder, black pepper, red pepper, garlic, basically seasonings, and in a collagen casing. So these are an excellent snack because they are protein rich. So again, instead of reaching for like the sugary bar that you're just going to hand off to your kids and they're going to be, have a little blood sugar spike and dip and all that. I have a whole video on blood sugar. If you've never watched that, it's like excellent. I mean, not to like toot my own horn, but just really good information that everybody needs for everyday eating. But so protein is going to really fill them up. It's actually going to satiate them. And again, this is just grass-fed beef. Now, my kids don't love these, but I do have friends who their kids do love these. I think if my kids get a little bit older, maybe they would be find these a little bit more palatable. I will eat them if they won't, but this is a great snack. Again, it's portable. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. Grab it and go. You can bring it with you, and it's really protein packed and nutrient dense. Okay, this next one I'm so excited about because it's just such a good find, and that is the sweet potato chips from like the Thrive Market brand. Now, two things I love about these is these are actually like individual little bags. So it doesn't get any easier than that. Again, something that you can grab, hand to a kid. You can pack in a purse or a diaper bag, leave this in the car if you need car snacks. Very, very portable. But the other thing is the ingredients are sweet potatoes, organic coconut oil, sea salt. So these are not cooked in, a more refined oil like canola oil, for instance. Now, I am not a total purist when it comes to those more refined oils. Like, you will find food products in my house that contain those oils. They're honestly just incredibly hard to avoid, but I will try and avoid them as best I can because they are highly oxidized, because they are highly processed, lots of heat, they're bleached, they just go through a whole slew of processing, and vegetable fats, or I should say polyunsaturated fats specifically, which are very high in vegetable oils, they are very unstable. So they are likely to break down when exposed to literally all the things that they do to process these oils. So they contain a lot of free radicals. That's not something we want to be necessarily consuming all the time. Now, I think that you could completely stress yourself out to the point of just insanity trying to avoid them completely, because it's very difficult, especially if you are, trying to hit the easy button now and again and get things that are packaged for your kids or for yourself. So I think that stress might just, it's not worth completely stressing out, because that is also going to, have harmful effects on your body. But again, if I can find things that are like made without those oils, I am always going to choose those when I can. So again, cooked in coconut oil. They're also delicious. If you've never had these, they're actually kind of addicting. They're sweet, they're salty, they're so crunchy. They have a little bit of that coconut flavor. They're just really good. So again, individually packaged, awesome ingredients, taste amazing. Okay, next up is another really great find when it comes to individually wrapped things. So these are the Simple Mills almond flour crackers, and again, these they come in a regular box, but you can also buy them individually wrapped. So again, so easy to bring with you, throw in a bag, whatever. Just super simple and straightforward. If you are just looking for that easy button, but again, you're not sacrificing when it comes to nutrition or ingredients. So I particularly love these crackers because they are a little bit higher in like protein and especially fat than just like your traditional flour-based, like wheat flour-based cracker. So for one bag, it's actually 6 grams of fat, which is fairly significant just for like a small little bag of crackers. It has 2 grams of protein. The total carbohydrate is 13 grams, and there's 1 gram of fiber. So if we add up the fat, the protein, and the fiber, we're looking at 9 grams compared to balance out 13 grams of carbohydrate. That's pretty great. Again, if you don't know why I'm talking about this, you need to go watch that blood sugar video. It will especially be helpful for your kids, because if they are on the blood sugar roller coaster, they are just going to be even more crazy than they usually are. I know that to be true for my kids especially. So love these almond flour crackers. These are just the fine ground sea salt, which is just a plain, almost kind of like saltine type cracker, but again, it's made with almond flour instead of regular flour. And this is the farmhouse cheddar. So if your kids like Cheez-Its or, you know, those like cheddar bunnies or anything like that, this is going to be a little bit more of a wholesome option, better ingredients, and also it's going to really stay with them a little bit longer. It's actually going to fill them up a little bit more because of the fat, the fiber, and the protein. Okay, next I have a couple of bars that I picked out. Now, bars I feel like are probably the biggest slippery slope when it comes to kids' snacks because there are number one, there's so many options, but also so many of them are just like straight carbohydrate. There's not much to them. They've got sugar, they've got chocolate chips, you know, all these things, which aren't necessarily, you know, bad things. But as far as like, if this is going to be something that you're giving to your kids daily, it's a staple as far as the snacks that you're stocking in your kitchen or your pantry. Not the best, right? Not very wholesome, not very nourishing. And again, they're going to be hungry very soon after because there's just not much to it. So it's kind of tough to find good bars that at least meet my standards if this is something I'm giving all the time. Of course, no one's perfect, and my kids, you know, have like random granola bars with chocolate chips. Of course they do. But if I am, you know, giving them things on a very regular basis, I'm going to try and find the best option I can. And then otherwise, if they get certain things here and there, then I personally do not worry about that. Anyway, so two that I found, these are the Go Macro Kids bars. I actually really like the just the regular bars, but these are smaller, like smaller portion sizes. And the ingredients are pretty good. They are a little bit higher when it comes to carbohydrates, but they do have 4 grams of protein and they do have 4 grams of fat. And for a little bar, that's pretty good. The first ingredient is brown rice syrup, which is sugary. So keep that in mind. This is the peanut butter cup flavor. But when looking through all of the different bar options, at least that I was looking at on Thrive, this was definitely one of the ones that stood out to me as being a good option. And then the second one, and there's other flavors of this too. This is just the one that I grabbed. The second one are the Scout Organic bars. And again, there was multiple flavors available, but this is the one that I grabbed, and this is the apple pie flavor. So it's kind of similar to like a Lara bar, which I love those too. They just weren't on Thrive, so I didn't grab them, but we love those. Organic dates, apples, sunflower butter, sunflower seed powder, protein powder, I'm sorry, for a little extra protein, and organic cinnamon. So this has 2 grams of protein per bar, which actually is not that much, but for being like a fruit bar, that's not bad. It has 1 gram of fat, 2 grams of fiber, 17 grams of carbohydrate. Now that is to be expected because this is like a fruit, it's a date-based snack. So obviously it's going to be higher in carbohydrates because date is a fruit. But anyway, as far as ingredients go, simplicity wise, wholesome wise, this is a great option. It's not going to be quite as filling maybe as some of the other things that I shared about, but it's certainly still a good option, especially if your kids like sweet stuff and they love fruit. Okay, and then speaking of sweeter stuff and fruit, these last two are also good options when it comes to ingredients and just being a wholesome, simple snack that you can hand off. So this first one are these Zago Sunny Day fruit and veggie bars. This is the apple strawberry flavor. So it has apple puree, apple concentrate, strawberry concentrate, and then also some mushroom powder. Just an interesting addition. So obviously it's from concentrate. It's not like the same as handing, you know, some apple slices, but as far as packaged snacks go that don't require any prep, this is something that I would give my kids. They love fruit bars like this. They will eat them like literally at any time, and they're just like a little something if they just, you know, they just need a little something. So these are a good like fruit bar type option. And then the last snack I have are these Solely, I don't know how to say that. Soli, I think. These are fruit jerky. So it's basically like a fruit bar, but what I think is awesome about these is it's just organic mango. So it's actually mango, it's just dried into I'll show you guys. It looks like beef jerky, but it is mango. Again, it's just simple, wholesome, 1 ingredient mango. It's packaged. You can toss it in your bag. You can bring it with you. requires no prep. So as far as something that's simple and wholesome that you can just grab, this is another really great option. And what kid does not like dried mangoes? I know mine, they taste like candy, honestly. So I know my kids will go crazy for something like this. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that you found this helpful. I know how hard it can be to navigate all the millions of options that are out there, whether you're at the store or you're shopping online. But hopefully your kids will enjoy these snacks, and this can be your easy button because I picked out 10 of these for you. If you guys have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe, join my little community here on YouTube. I would also love for you to comment down below and let me know what other kinds of videos that you would like to see from me, especially in the new year coming up. And be sure to follow me over on Instagram. I'm just at Becca Bristow if you aren't following me there already. But that is all I have for this video, guys. Again, I hope that you found it helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.